Good morning. Welcome to Just for Today, a time of eclectic reading, sharing of perspectives, meditation, and prayer. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader of the newly joined communities of Centers for Spiritual Living of Columbia and Greater Baltimore. Today is February 28th. And this morning, the book that caught my attention is this little jewel, The Legacy of the Heart, The Spiritual Advantages of a Painful Childhood by Wayne Mueller. And when I opened it up, it landed on the practice of stillness. So here's what this offers us. How do we invite stillness into our busy lives? In the Hebrew Bible, the practice of keeping the Sabbath, Shabbat, was designed to establish a rhythm between busyness and stillness. To have one day each week in which we allow our work to fall away and attend to the quieter things of the Spirit. According to one Hebrew writer, the Sabbath served to disconnect us from the normal attitude of making, doing, and changing. To experience the world free from the need to interfere with it is a transformative and liberating experience. But it can't be achieved in the midst of a day filled with getting, spending, speeding, and making. So we take one solid period of time, 24 hours, to change our relationship to the world, to refrain from acting upon it, and instead to stand back and celebrate the grandeur and mystery of creation. The Shabbat has a joyful feeling. It goes on to reference a few other spiritual philosophies and religious traditions. In the Christian and Buddhist traditions, followers periodically go on retreat, allowing the cares and responsibilities of daily life to fall away so they may listen more carefully to the healing, grace, and wisdom born of silence. With each day, with each breath, in prayer and meditation, they quietly attend to the gifts and truths that only germinate when the heart is still. Others, including many Hindus, Muslims, go on pilgrimage, undertaking a journey to a shrine or holy place. The journey itself becomes a meditation, a time for quiet reflection. With each step, the distractions of daily busyness fall away as we walk a path that takes them, as they walk a path that takes them ever closer to the beloved. I personally, I won't say 100% of the time because sometimes I miss the mark, but I'm pretty good at keeping Monday as my personal Sabbath day. And it really is a time of quiet reflection, of spending time with just the self and the divine. And so I really encourage everybody to take some time to put it in your calendar, to make that time sacred, where it's you and creation, you and God, you and spirit, whatever word works for you, you and consciousness, and to really embrace that as a journey in and of itself. That a pilgrimage you may not need to actually go anywhere to be on a pilgrimage. You may not need to go anywhere to be on a journey. That what a personal Sabbath offers us is an inward journey. If you're familiar with the Reverend Dr. Howard Thurman, his book, The Inward Journey, is a beautiful resource for that. That carving out and dedicating and prioritizing and holding sacred time with the infinite will benefit you in ways that I cannot explain. It has opened me to a more balanced life. It has opened me to a greater level of sanity that I didn't even know existed in me. So that's what comes up for me on this practice of stillness. For a long time, I will share this and then I'm going to stop. I thought stillness meant no thoughts. And I'm not sure that's even possible in this human form. Thoughts kind of come and go. But there is a place of stillness where I'm no longer distracted by being busy and can actually be with the stillness. And in that stillness, the thoughts that come are different than the busy thoughts. And they introduce me to my divine self. So that's what I have to share for the moment. If you have something you would like to share in the chat, you're welcome to do that. If you're watching this whenever, you're welcome to share whenever. So if nothing is forthcoming, I'm going to go into our time of meditation. This is literally a 5-minute meditation, a period of 5 minutes, and I invite you, especially if you're new to meditation, to simply be with the process, to be with it without judgment, without an agenda, to just be for 5 minutes. And I will close us out with an affirmative prayer, also known in Science of Mind as a spiritual mind treatment. Okay, here we go. So in this moment, I recognize the One. I recognize it as a whole, perfect, and complete creation, expressing itself in exquisitely individualized, one-of-a-kind, never to be repeated individualizations of itself. One expressing in multiplicity, in complete unity, in a harmonious operation of one. And I know that I am that in form, that I am an individualized, one-of-a-kind, intentional, on purpose, one-of-a-kind, never to be repeated, divine expression of creation, a desire of the infinite to experience itself as my life, empowered with free will to choose, to experience, to choose again. And what is true of me is true of all creation, is true of every element and every expression of creation. So I claim and affirm that every expression is awakening to the spiritual magnificence that each is, to that divine desire of the infinite to know itself. That each is drawn to that time, that privilege of spending time in the journey to the divine self, in the journey of remembering, in that journey of reconnecting, of meeting the self, the divine self, the coming home to our point of origin. I claim and affirm that every choice, every activity is a holy moment of the journey. That the sacred and the mundane are one in the same. That all activity is the activity of the infinite, returning to an awareness and an experience of itself. And I am grateful. I am grateful that the activity, the law of manifestation, whatever label we attach to it, the activity of creation is consciousness itself, life itself, unfolding itself. That the activity of creation simply acts upon the desire of creation to be, and does so with laser accuracy in response to what is given to it, what is thought into it, what is believed into it. And so I can trust that every experience is a reflection of a belief, of a desire expressed. And so I can let go. I can let go of any need, any delusion that tells me the human me needs to fix anything. but rather to find that spiritual alignment with myself that manifests the spiritual truth of being. To live in the reality, the making real, that there is only one. To make real the harmonious operation of one. By letting go of personal, separate agendas. By spending time to know. To be still and know. I let go. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amin. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.